Hey guys, what's going on? Ryan Clarkin here, and this is the 7 days of abundance. We're going to be doing mini abundance trainings for the next 7 days, like a little sneak preview for my new program that's out called Abundance. And if you want more info on that, you click the link in the description. But anyway, the first law of abundance I want to share with you guys today is the law of giving. And I discovered this law after a really powerful transformational experience. And some of you guys might be familiar with what this experience is. I'll just give you a clue. If you don't know what I just did, then you don't. If you're curious, ask me about it. But the first law of abundance is the law of giving. And this law, when we enter into the state, hey John, when we enter into the state of giving, of contributing, of making a difference, of being a vehicle of impact, it doesn't only unlock your abilities to attract financial abundance in your life, but it also unlocks the ability to create miracles all around you. And let me share with you what I mean by that. So a few years ago, right after this really powerful transformational experience that I had, I was walking down the road and I saw a homeless man. And I was in this very generous spirit where I just wanted to give everyone hugs. And I was like, the thought popped in, wow, I've never hugged a homeless man before. So I walked up to the homeless man and I put my arms out to give him a hug. And he looked at me really confused. And I said, I want to give you a hug. And he was like, okay, cool. And he stood up and he gave me a hug. And I looked him in the eyes and I said, I know you're really struggling right now, but I know you're going to make it through this. And he looked me in the eyes with tears in his eyes and he said, thank you. I really appreciate you saying that to me. And I went on my way. And a thought popped in my mind, and this thought was that homeless people don't have a vision. And I thought, there's no way that that can be true. I'm going to find out if it is. And I'm going to ask him what his vision is, what his dreams are. And because I've never done that before, how fun would that be? And I went back to where he was sitting, and what was sitting there, he wasn't there anymore, but what was sitting there was a brand new red rose. And I kind of like made a mental note of that. And I was like, wow, this is really beautiful. There's a red rose sitting here. And right after I gave this guy a hug, like, interesting. So then I went and I was like, I want to find this guy. So I walked down the street and I ended up finding him. He shared with me his name is Byron, and I asked him what his dream was. And he said, my dream is to get out of this situation and show other homeless people how to do the same, because people don't realize how hard it is. And I was really inspired by him saying that. And he said, most importantly, I want to have a house. I want to get a house. Because I almost died the last few winters. And when he shared that, it like really touched my heart. And I shared with him there's something really magical that happens when you write down your goal and you sign it and you commit to it 110%. And so I had him do it right then and there. I had him pull out a pen and paper, and he wrote down his goal and he wrote down his declaration, and I gave him a hug. And handed him $20 because he said that he was going to, he needed money to go to the temp place to get a job so he could have this house. And I was like, sure, let's do it. So I gave him $20. And then what's up, Chris?
What you doing?
Real quick, Facebook Live. Chris Hawker in the house.
What up? Who's you got here? Hi, Natalie.
I'm talking about the law of giving, the first law of abundance, being a giver.
Give it away.
Yep.
The giving is the receiving.
It is. Chris is about to lead a Discovery for Teen training, which is going to be magical.
Hi, Natalie.
And yeah, so thanks for jumping in.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Those are the types of miracles that happen unexpectedly when you're giving. So anyway, I handed him $20 and I went, and it was the last $20 bill in my wallet. So I walked to the sub shop to get something to eat. And I swiped my card and they said, sorry, you can't pay for a card for something that's under $5. And I was like, oh shit, I just gave away my last $20 bill. How am I going to pay for this? And I looked at my wallet and there's a small $20 bill folded up in my wallet. And I swear to God, I do not ever fold my bills in my wallet. And it was folded up in the corner. And I was blown away. I was like, where the hell did this come from after I gave this away to this homeless man? And so then, it doesn't stop there. Well, another synchronicity is he said his dream was to create a house. His name was Byron. I grew up on Byron Drive. And And yeah, and so basically like Natalie vouches, I don't fold my bills. I grew up in Byron Drive, and his dream was to create a house. So that was another synchronicity. The next day, I was listening to a song that I was really inspired and moved by in the training that I was at, and it was All of Me by John Legend. And I pulled up the cover album, and you can Google this if you don't believe me. And the cover album, there was a red rose sitting there. So it was like a complete full circle of magic. And my lesson that I learned there is, if you give as much as you can possibly give, the universe, and you're open to receiving, of course, the universe will always provide for you and give you what you need, and will do it in the most miraculous ways. So I invite you to be a giver. I invite you to give. This is only one of the many laws of abundance. We're going to go into a few in this video series, but if you really want to master abundance in your finances, in yourself, and you want to create a level of abundance in your relationships, in your health, and most importantly in your finances and in your level of fulfillment, I have a program that I just released today, and we already have some really freaking awesome people who've joined, and it's called Abundance, the 10-Week Accelerator. And so this is for people who are ready to let go of the scarcity, let go of the self-doubt, let go of the fear, let go of the self-judgment, and step into an extraordinary high level of abundance that looks like accepting yourself, loving yourself, tapping into the laws of abundance, upgrading your business or your career on an energetic level so you can have financial abundance and all the exterior things that come with inner transformation. So if that's something that it sounds like you want to be a part of, click the link below, ryanclarkin.com/abundance, and submit an application. And I'm looking forward to working with you to create massive abundance in your life. I'll talk to you soon.